Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the ABC Show. Today, it's a treat. I'm Jade has never seen this.
No, and it was my idea to do
Um,
this, but not this episode.
yeah, and I problem is I could quote this back to forth.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, it's gay history.
Mmm. Some of
It's
my
gay
favorite
history,
history.
though. Yes, it is. It is the very famous interview between Tyra Banks and Naomi Campbell. If you did not know, they famously had beef.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this way because when you watch it, you're going to feel the same way
Okay.
after. This is very shady, so you're going to have to catch what you can. And yes.
All right, let's go.
Years in the making, supermodel Tyra Banks, supermodel Naomi Campbell, now on Tyra.
It has to be just me and Naomi alone.
The backstabbing, the name-calling, the catfight on the catwalk.
You called me the B word. You said, you'll never be me.
Years of runway rivalry
I felt like you were terrorizing me.
explode in a dramatic confrontation.
Why, Naomi?
An all-new Tyra starts now.
Tomorrow is my conversation with Naomi, and it's been a lot of years of pain and a lot of tears, and I still have all those memories of a lot of negativity from the press. I had to live through it, and it wasn't easy. I'm nervous about it. She probably is too. I don't know, we'll see. I'll see you tomorrow, Naomi.
Today, it's about telling the truth. It's about being honest. Because without honesty, there's no way that you can heal. And today is a healing day for me. And I hope it is a healing day for Naomi too. I remember the very first time I saw a picture of Naomi. I was around 12, 13 years old, and I was sitting in the kitchen with my mama, and we were looking through some magazines, and there was this picture of this model, this black, beautiful model. And I was like, Ma, look how beautiful she is. It's funny, I felt worlds away from Naomi Campbell when I looked at that picture. But the ironic thing is that she would become a significant part of my personal history. And to admire somebody so much and to follow in their career, to actually follow in her footsteps, it was overwhelming for me in a lot of ways, especially since I was just a teenage girl at the time. And the press had cast Naomi and I as rivals before we had even met each other. And there's conditions in the modeling industry that are fueled by rivalry, because back then, let's say there were 10 top models,
I want to
10
say
of
this
them.
is 25 years ago.
But there was an unwritten rule.
crazy.
There was an unwritten rule, that only one of them could be black. Only one. 10 girls.
Girl, that's
and only
not just
one
in
could be
modeling.
black. And at that time, Naomi was that one black girl. Naomi Campbell set the modeling scene on fire almost 20 years
You said
ago.
what?
When she was discovered on the
Like
streets of
Morley
London
Simmons came.
and immediately began to saunter her way across the catwalk. As the first
Just like
black
Tyra.
model to grace the
I'll
covers
talk
of
about
French and
Tyra
British Vogue,
modeling.
Naomi was breaking down the walls of the predominantly white world of modeling.
Hold on, pause.
No,
real quick.
okay.
Yeah.
Tyra was a catalog girl, right? You know what I mean? So like, and you'll find in this interview is that Naomi is often right. Like, don't compare yourself to me because we're not the same type of model. I'm besties with Karl Lagerfeld and Aaliyah and all these people. You
Like Tyra,
Have Heidi
she
Klum.
got into it was more Victoria's Secret commercial.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
It's
not at
just
all.
Like, you know, Tyra is very much an American model.
I think
and
they had
that's fine.
some intersections, and there were periods of time where they had more intersections because Naomi Campbell then,
Because she could do everything.
right, they started melding all of the worlds and all of those things. But Tyra started setting herself up, though, at the very top of This Is the Victim from Jump. I revered her. She was my idol. A black girl. She was my possibility model. And like she's trying to set the scene here. Drama. All right, let's
Naomi traveled all over the world, working with the most prestigious fashion designers and sought-after photographers.
No way!
By the mid-1990s, Naomi was amassing an empire, collecting more than $10,000 an hour for modeling jobs. From hit music videos to dozens of commercials, Naomi has worked with the best.
I am who I am.
Naomi was one of my biggest inspirations when I began modeling. To this day, I still remember the joy I felt when the press first compared me to her. It was one of the most flattering compliments I've ever received. But the compliments and comparisons soon turned to controversy. In the headlines, there wasn't enough room at the top for 2 black models. And the press orchestrated a fierce rivalry between us. The reports were relentless and fueled a feud between Naomi and myself. For the media, the catwalk wasn't big enough for the both of us.
I don't have an in-studio audience here with us today, so I'm going to ask you at home to please help me welcome
when
Naomi.
Oprah only had one time when she didn't have an audience?
when.
So weird because it's so
The
quiet.
very
I know.
last episode ever. So,
Thank you.
First
Because
of all, Naomi,
pause.
I want to thank you for coming here.
I know why she didn't. She wanted to close that shit. She wanted to close it out quietly. And she knew if she had a studio audience, they would be expecting something as the last
Yeah.
episode. So she said, if nobody's here, there will be no expectations.
but I don't understand why she didn't need I have no audience. It's just Naomi. Maybe Naomi was like, I don't want people doing this because it's stupid. So either sit down interview. She probably was told it was going to be done by like Diane Sawyer or somebody.
And that's why she agreed to it.
And she got here and was like, oh, it's you.
Her stipulation, she might have knew it was Tyra and said, I don't want nobody in the audience just in case this bitch pisses me off and I got to show my true color.
And it's funny that you say that because continue to watch.
Oh.
This is not easy for me. I know it's not easy for you too, especially with so many years and years of.
But I thought it was a good idea.
What did you think when because I didn't want to call you personally because I wanted the first time for us to see each other. It's been a while.
And I didn't want to see you
each other
before
here.
the show because I think
Yes.
it's better to be fresh. But I'm happy to be here. I'm really happy. And I said yes right away.
Yeah. I want to go back to when I was 17 years old. So that was about, 14 years ago.
Well, how old was I? I was 17. I was
21.
Yeah,
Yeah,
21, 1991.
Yeah, 1991. And I
forget what
I
this
don't know if
was.
you know this, but even before I left for Paris, I had your pictures plastered all over my bedroom walls.
I didn't know.
Yeah, all.
I didn't know. It's just cheesy. You had me on your wall.
I had your pictures all over my bedroom walls.
I'm your mother.
And I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the Azadina Laya fashion show that we
Yeah,
did
when
together?
we had the braids.
Yes.
Yeah, I
we
remember.
had the
And the little
braids.
white frilly things. Yeah,
Yes.
I remember
So you
very
remember
well.
that fashion
yeah,
show? And I called my aunt. I said, she's right behind me. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. She's right here. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Just a couple of weeks ago, I was at home looking at her pictures, and now I'm in a fashion show with her. But Naomi, do you remember what you said to me?
That's
now I want you
something
to.
awful and cruel.
Awful.
What did I say?
You said, I heard you talking about me.
Which
You
I
used a
do. I
bad
hear
word.
everything from everywhere.
Yes, no, but no, you said you heard me physically. You were right behind me. You
Right.
heard me talking about you. You called me the B word,
Uh-huh.
and you said, and we have a photo shoot to do in Anguilla, and it's not going to be pleasant if you're talking about me like that.
I probably did
And
say that.
Why did you say that?
because I probably just heard the tail end or just thought it must be negative, which it wasn't negative, so now it's something new. So I'm really sorry.
It was upsetting. What are some of the things that, specific things that people would say? You don't have to worry about hurting my feelings.
Naomi is
anything,
like, okay, I'm sorry, girl. My bad. That was 14 years ago.
You know, coexisting in an industry. What are some of the specific things they would say? And I can tell you some of the specifics.
Just a regular, she wants to be you, but it's not those things for me. It doesn't matter now. It's now that matters for me, and the timing of, did I understand or did I believe in those people? Those people didn't also help me, because those people would still be the same people around me who would watch me be sad and watch me self-medicate and tell me, Naomi, you look beautiful, you look fine. I don't want those people around me. Those are the people that are very dangerous to have around you. So those people are no longer in my life.
But at the time you bought into what they were saying?
At the time, yeah.
I'm trying to understand.
At the time, everything was just, there was photographers, there was editors, there was stylists, there was makeup and hair. It was just like,
but did they ever compare?
drama.
Because they would compare constantly. Oh, she's 3 years older than you. I'm like 3 years, 4 years old, or 4 years. That's the same.
The funniest part about
Tyra, 3 years, 4 years.
The funniest thing about the whole thing is, I know Naomi was a bitch to her.
Absolutely.
I fully know.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that she doesn't care to have this conversation.
She doesn't. And Tyra's trying to get to the meat and the root of why she was. But I feel like there is more.
Yeah, because Naomi's like, oh, this was 14 years ago. Like, I don't know what you want me to do.
She's like, I don't know.
I'm sure
Yeah,
people
they
said
was
worse to you.
they was all saying stuff to me. Yeah, I probably hated you, and I would
And I was
venture
on
to.
cocaine, girl.
I was on cocaine, and you was probably annoying, Tyra. Like,
Annoying.
like we have evidence of that.
I know she was.
I
know she was annoying.
Like, even that conversation with her aunt. Like, I'm like, what else did you say in there? What else did you say?
Because I know Naomi Campbell is a true Jamaican woman. I know she hears everything, so she probably was like.
Now, I don't know if she just heard her. Maybe she just heard her name. Maybe there is, maybe it's that, or maybe, Tyra, you're not giving us all the history. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, go ahead.
Heard over and over again. But what I wanted to say, and to be very clear to you, is when I started to become a fashion model, I never tried to look like you.
No, but that's how they made.
There was a certain look. There was a certain look. You were the only one. You're the only black girl. Make every black girl's hair look like that. Make every black girl's makeup like that. Right. But that wasn't something that I perpetuated. And I remember for the Iyanla thing, the story with the Iyanla when you said
the hair, the braids.
Yes, the Iyanla fashion show when I was talking to my aunt and you kind of accosted me in the hallway there. And then we went on that trip. We went on that trip in Anguilla. Yes, and it started beautiful. I was like, Mama, I called my mama. Mama, she brought me into her room and gave me vitamins. She was so sweet to me. I remember
we were at Cap Juluca.
Yes, we were at Cap Juluca. Yeah. But I remember being on a boat and I get seasick. I was very seasick on this boat.
You were seasick on that boat?
Oh, I was. I don't tell people. Like I didn't, especially in the beginning of my career. I just say I'm just taking a nap. Really, I wanted to throw up.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was laying down on this little plank thing. That boat shot there. I was laying down on a plank. Laying down on a pillow. Yeah. And you came and you sat down next to me. And I think you let me put my head in your lap, or you put my feet on your lap.
Right.
And you're like, sweetie, are you okay? Are you okay? And I said, actually, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. And then you said, I have to ask you something. Right. See, I remember this because I was so new and young. You said, I have to ask you something. Do they try to make you look like me?
Right.
And I said, I don't know about so much now, but in LA, yeah, they really did with the little short black wigs and
you
stuff.
told me that, yeah,
yes.
I remember.
And Naomi, you got up, pushed me away and said, yeah, I thought so. And you turned.
I did.
You went from the sweetest woman that was giving me vitamins to someone that terrified me on that trip.
Oh my God.
And
understandable, I can understand.
I was told on that
I
trip
can understand
that
I was a bitch that day.
because you didn't want me there anymore. So I didn't finish that trip.
True.
That's what I was told.
I don't have the power of Anna Winter.
There are some specific things that I remember as if it was yesterday that hurt me to my core. And I want to ask you about that. And I want to see if you remember them too. We'll be right back.
Oh, she came with a list of grievances.
I almost gave up modeling because of the rivalry with Naomi Campbell.
List.
So I picked up my backpack,
She said,
walked out, and I was
in
like,
1996, when you
she wants it this badly. she can have this entire industry
It's unbelievable.
that has been going on for over a decade. Do you remember that photo? Do you
Yeah, I
that?
remember.
I remember that photo because we didn't say one word to each other. It was after the thing that happened on the boat.
Tyra is.
And
Honey.
it looks like we're just
This
chilling
is
and
a
talking,
Crystal's
but
Couch
you see, there you
episode.
can,
Because
I feel
this
the
stuff
ice in
is
that picture because I remember
in her
it like
mind,
yesterday.
okay?
I
That-
don't remember.
You don't remember? There
I
was
remember
no,
only about the...
Naomi don't
there was
remember this
no
shit because you're
communication. I
not
went from
relevant to
calling my
her,
mom,
or you know what I
like,
mean.
you know, saying, "Oh my gosh, she's so
Clearly,
amazing,"
you
to calling her
like
going, "I
Tyra.
don't know
You're
what
the one that's
happened.
been impacted.
We just
This
did a
like meeting a
photo,
bully.
she did
And
this
they're like,
Deeply.
oh.
to me. Like,
I don't
it
remember.
seemed
I
there was
remember
ice
just
when-
with your... I remember you telling me about the wigs. I don't remember anything
You don't remember
else.
anything else.
But I remember that the ending of that trip was not very... It was very cold.
We did a fashion show. I don't remember what it was. It might have been Jenny or something like that in Milan. And we were doing that fashion show backstage, and you came up to me right when I was about to walk out, and you said something. And it's so funny because it was so surreal at the time when you said it. I didn't think that you could actually say something like that.
What did I say?
You said something like, "You'll never be me. Don't ever think that you'll be me," and something
I
like
said
that.
that?
Yes.
I can't think that's...
There is a very famous line on The Face where Naomi was a judge,
Okay.
and she yells at a contestant, and Karina Korkova, "You don't compare yourself
To me. Yes.
So-
yes. Yes.
So like, I 100% believe everything that Tyra is saying.
Mhm.
It's just the funniest part is the fact that Naomi does not give a shit whatsoever.
And I believe in overt bullying. I also believe in covert bullying coming through the form of victimization. It is a form of manipulation. And it is anyway, continue on. I need to see more of this.
something... I'm not that... I'm very much in the... Yeah, I'm very much... I know the person that I am. And I'm not someone to go and give myself away and say that to anybody. I've never said that in my life. So, but if that's what you remember, I
Yeah.
accept that. But it's not, doesn't sound like me to people that would know me.
I'm not sure if you're understanding how much it was painful for me, and I think it was truly a painful time for you, but I don't want to speak for you. But, and I don't think you know this either, that experience between you and I was one of the most difficult times in my entire life. In my entire
See, for me,
life.
I can be really honest. I love modeling. I love this industry. It's given me a lot. It's shown me a lot. It's made me travel the world and meet amazing people. But with what I'm going through in my life in the last 5 or 6 years and what I've gone through and what I've come to know in making my mistakes, in maturing with my family, with myself, with my relationships, it's not life-threatening and it's not that deep. It's not about, I didn't know myself at that age. I want to know what between 20 to 25-year-old really does know themselves at that age. It's especially in such a whirlwind career. What I was envious of you was you had your mother with you. I never was able to have my mother with me. I always remembered you had your mother at all your shows and she was always there with you, and I thought I wish that I could have my mother with me.
Why couldn't your mother be with you?
Because she just had a baby. And it wasn't possible. She had to raise my brother.
Let me tell you why my mother was with me. When I went to Paris, my mom wasn't with me. We couldn't afford it. I went at 17 years old, right out of high school.
Right.
So she actually had 2 jobs when I left and went to Paris.
Right.
We couldn't afford it. And there was a situation. It was a Versace fashion show. I was backstage getting my hair and makeup done. And this is about a year and a half into this feud thing that was going on. And then I think his name was Angelo, or Italian name, can't remember his name. Angelo, was that his name? Okay, Angelo called me and he said, "Tyra, I need to talk to you." And I said, "Okay." And he had a really weird look on his face. And I said, "What is it?" He says, "I have to cancel you from the fashion show."
Right.
And I was like...
And you instantly thought that was because of me?
No, I didn't. And I said, "Why?" I just did my fitting, I did everything. The show's about to start in 20 minutes. And he gave me a look and kind of did like that toward you. And I was like, okay.
What, do you ever know Johnny Versace?
No.
Okay, so
I
if
just-
anyone
I just
that
only knew
knows
him
him
from
knows
work.
I could never do that.
Did you ever
but
know
just so you know,
Gianni
you're not
Versace?
alone. Kate Moss was cancelled after doing a fitting in a rehearsal.
No.
So
I've
was
been
Linda.
canceled as a model a lot. Naomi, I'm not blaming you.
that
I'm
was
just
that
getting
was
to
the Gianni
story.
Versace
Did you
way.
even know
Yes.
Gianni Versace?
No, he's
We would do-
notorious. I knew
yeah,
he was notorious for canceling at the
doing
last
that.
minute. So that's not what I'm saying.
Nothing to do with me.
This is not my opinion. This is something that somebody did a head
Someone
nod.
said,
yes.
yeah.
So I picked up my backpack,
She's a Gemini.
walked out, and I was like, you know what? This
Naomi?
is enough. This is enough.
What's
because
Tyra?
May 22nd.
Hold on.
I just couldn't take it anymore.
What's
I
Tyra?
couldn't take it anymore. I went to a payphone.
You called her.
I called my mother and I said, Ma, I can't take it anymore. I dropped down to my knees in that payphone. People were walking by, trying to help me in French, and they didn't know I was okay. It was just
Right.
emotional. I said, I can't take it anymore. And I said, if she wants it this badly, she can have this entire industry. I got accepted to 5 colleges. I'm coming home and I'm going to school.
Right.
That's what I told my mom. My mom kind of calmed me down, and I said, well, the
She's a
only way that I can
sag.
do this is if you are by my side every
Day.
single day.
But don't you think some of the things are like blown up a little bit? When I would read the press, they'd be like, but this didn't happen. We didn't have a fight on the runway. It really was
Yes.
blown up out of proportion.
No, most definitely. It was definitely blown up and perpetuated. But to me, there are certain things in the press that come from nothing, and then there are certain things that come from
Pause.
truth.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
Pause.
And I do feel that
And
the
it came
press...
from
Because Naomi started to tell her, she started to offer some clarification, right? She started to talk about, and then also like was honest and vulnerable about the fact that like she wanted her mother there with her and she was envious of this particular quality, right? But in the middle of her telling her experience, Tyra got to jump in with her experience. She's not here to really actually listen to her. She's here to get all of this shit off her chest. She's a very annoying lady.
Healing wasn't on the table so much as it was I need to vent. And
Yeah.
you need to hear everything how I feel. You've made my life a living hell for however
Yeah.
amount of years. And you're going to sit here and listen to it. I'm going to make content out of it. It's kind of like when Oprah and Iyanla had that falling out and she made Iyanla apologize to her for 2 episodes. And then she laughed and pointed at her and laughed.
We should watch that next.
Yeah, it was a great episode of television.
Absolutely.
But
We're going to watch that.
somewhere.
It came from...
But I mean,
it
the
came from
stuff that
truth.
was written was not.
I thought you
was
wanted the work. I didn't know you
exaggerated,
wanted
was, people adding that little here and tidbits
Oh, that's
here
always,
and there.
that's always
And
going to
that's
be,
always
but there
gonna be
wasn't
that way.
truth. Because negative press wouldn't have made me want to quit if it was only negative press. I was, to be honest, Naomi, I'm fearful of you to this day. Not right now. I feel safe. I feel like it's just me and you. There's not a lot of hoopla.
Right.
But even a couple of seasons ago, even a couple of years ago when we did the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and I walk in the room and I see you, I'm like, I start shaking. My heart starts beating faster. I go back to the 17-year-old girl
Yeah, that you used to be.
that I used to be when this powerful, strong icon woman that I looked
also,
up to
Naomi had a
was terrorizing
transformation
me.
around
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
That's why she keeps saying,
next.
5 years ago, I was a
More
different human
swole.
being.
Did you
Right.
have proof that
She's like, girl, I'm
photographers were
clean
lot
and
of
I
these
can
people-
remember stuff.
Have nothing to gain by saying that.
Tensions rose backstage at high-profile
Girl, I
fashion
was on
shows.
track.
I was tired of constantly hearing that this photographer was called or this magazine was called and was telling to not use me.
Tyra
That's like
Banks
you
hangs up her
believe-
wings.
I am
Naomi Campbell did all
retiring
that.
from modeling.
Next time, Tyra
said
takes
what?
you backstage at her final fashion show.
This is it. This is like...
Celebrity surprises with Heidi Klum, Ricky Martin, and even Tyra's mom. Don't miss the triumph
Today is about following your dreams.
and the
My
tears.
final walk down the runway.
Plus, Mary J. Blige. Next, Tyra.
Mary J. Blige is everywhere.
I
Like,
love
Mary J.
it.
Blige is literally like,
I love
you know
it.
how Vince Staples talks about how Ray J is at the pinnacle of every like moment of hip hop? It's not Ray J, it's Mary J. Blige. Because, and I could take it a step further, she's at like global like points of entry, I'll say, right? Like, think about it from like back in the day, the collab for Lean on Me with Kirk Franklin and U2 and all them, and then she helped with the What's Going On, the new version.
Yep.
And she held it together for the whole song, and then the other one that Kirk Franklin did, she held it together for that too with Mary. Like Mary J. Blige has been a part of. So she gave the most iconic performance and the only one live performance of All That I Can Say on the Queen Latifah show with Lauryn Hill.
She sang with Biggie and
Andrea
Bocelli. She was dating KC, which we know that relationship was not healthy. But Jodeci was also a wonderful intersection of hip hop and R&B in a very particular time.
Father MC too. Let us not forget.
Yeah. Huh.
She also had to pick up the pieces of the tour when of the Unfinished Business tour when R. Kelly thought people were trying to kill him.
Yes.
And she had to step in for her dearest friend Jay-Z.
Yeah. She also did a collaboration with Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? When they had to bring a PSA about, child neglect and
trafficking.
Yeah. Yeah. She's the foundation. This is why I said there's not really no comparison. There's really
Three
no
things
comparison.
constant in life: death, taxes,
and Mary J. Blige. Yeah.
Was
that in the irate?
With Naomi Campbell that I have wanted to have for so long. And
this isn't a conversation. This is you
there came a time in my
bitching.
career where I started to gain some weight. I started to get curvier.
And Naomi trying to figure out where all this is coming from.
So I tried to lose some weight, and I was like, you know what? This isn't for me.
Right.
And
Because
I'm
she
going
said
to have my
earlier, this ain't that deep, but okay.
Call Victoria's Secret, call Sports Illustrated, so that I can change my career and won't have to worry about being so thin to be a high fashion model. And to this day, that's the story that I tell the press as to why I left the fashion industry. I just didn't want to fit in those clothes anymore. I didn't want to have to be super healthy and eat only chicken and vegetables. But that's only 50% of it. The other half of that is I was tired of having to deal with you.
Damn.
I was tired of that pain. I was tired of the comparison. I was tired of constantly hearing that I got canceled from this job or this or that, or this photographer was called or this magazine was called and was telling to not use me. So I made a conscious decision and I said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm so tired of this. First of all,
do you have proof that photographers were called? Do you have any proof
I have
of
some
this?
close people with big names that I definitely will not tell their names today because they kicked my butt.
Yeah.
But I have to say that I do believe a lot of it. I do believe a lot of it because there's a lot of these people have nothing to gain by saying that. They're not people that are gossip mongers.
Right. For me, it's not important to me. As I said, I'm in a part of my life.
It's not important to me.
Where
that means you did say it.
Life means more to me than that. This is just the fashion world is a small pinnacle in the hemisphere of what really is going on.
But what happened at that time for me, Naomi, what happened to me at that time is a big part of who I am today. It was one of the lowest points in my life, but we all learn from the things.
It's like, also Naomi is avoiding this because A, she don't remember.
No.
B, and what truly it is, she doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, I'm here because you asked me to be here, I guess, girl. But like, girl, I thought you got over this. So you just, what?
She's
you know?
Tyra's like, this impacted my life on every single molecular level. And I'm like, so you're weak.
You mean to tell me you gave up oodles and oodles of dollars and zillions of dollars for this one lady?
Like, you couldn't pretend this lady didn't exist? Like, you put more stock in this than she ever did.
Right, no shade. Naomi Campbell wasn't stopping your bag in higher learning.
Wasn't.
So, like, I don't...
Nah, Tyra needed to. She needed.
And I don't want to sound be this rude, but Naomi don't have, like, she has power. Don't get me wrong, and even at the time, but I agree. She wasn't Anna Wintour. Like, she wasn't Karl Lagerfeld. Like, she wasn't like, you know what I mean? She could probably, like,
also
influence, but them cunty white gay men probably said some wild shit to Naomi Campbell too.
Probably so. And again, we have years upon years of evidence of Tyra being annoying and horrible on television. We have specific instances of Naomi Campbell being horrible. We got cell phone gate. You know what I'm saying? Again, all of this attributed to cocaine. But we have years of visual and audio footage of Tyra being unhinged and terrorizing people on television for seasons upon seasons upon seasons, and then carrying her aggravation and her annoyingness to fucking network television, where she then hosted a television show and continued to be annoying. She annoyed on every show that she ever hosted. So again, she's currently annoying while she's trying to sell niggas melted ice cream and calling it Smize Land or whatever the fuck. Like, there is documentation and evidence upon evidence of Tyra being a tyrant in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Yes. Yes.
So she's not going to get a lot of sympathy from me in this.
Shit. Simplest. Sympathy. Okay. That's where you will find it.
Things that happen in our lives that are negative.
Not from me.
And I think that's what made me start T-Zone. I think that that rivalry has made me start America's Next Top Model because I says I will never be what that represented.
And you get worse.
I went 100% against that.
Exactly.
And I don't think it was a conscious thing. It's something I look back on now and go, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I started my T-Zone. Maybe that's why I started America's Next Top Model. Maybe that's why I have this talk show. So to teach that.
You just gave Naomi Campbell a lot of power, Tyra Banks.
What people say or do or try to look at women as marionette puppets that they want to create this bickering and this battle and this fighting.
And Naomi has declared him as
we have to be bigger than that.
In your head,
we have to be more
you know
responsible than that. And so experiencing
I won.
that and being, I think, a victim, both of us, victims of that.
There's so many more things out there to be victims of, but I don't actually want to ever say that I'm a victim. I'm someone passing through my life. It's going to hit the lows, it's going to hit the highs, it's going to hit the success.
Yes, but being a victim, you don't have to let that conquer you. It's being victimized and then being empowered.
It's not going to conquer me. It's like in terms of like when I wanted to go in recovery, it's the best thing I ever did in going to recovery. I learned so much about myself for years. I can remember things from when I was 3 years old. And it just very vividly, and I was like, wow. It's
like what from when you were 3?
Things that just affected me now. That and at that time when it came into my mind.
What do you mean by that?
When I was a child, something happened to me, and my whole family was like, no, she's crazy.
Sexual abuse.
Tyra.
And it wasn't really sexual abuse.
Read the fucking room.
But I was very much of a child that I came in and I spoke up very much for myself. I was like, so I screamed out. I was like, go away. And that, by being loud.
So it was a possibility of sexual abuse, but
because I was loud, I got it. It didn't happen. And I just, I was in the desert.
You would think, this is when people talk about like a girl's girl or a gay is gay or a guy is guy or whatever, like, she's giving you so much about how to not push this. Like, it is visible in her body language, how she skirts around this. She's clearly uncomfortable. And then you continue to poke and prod.
Like hammer this information out of her. As she's telling the story, you're not even giving her the opportunity to express herself in the way that she needs to and giving her that space and that safety to do so. She's trying to she's trying to Linda Ellerby this when this is not the time to do that. This is the time to fall back and listen, because the other side to this is Tyra has been telling her the whole time, I started this because you bullied me and my feelings were hurt, because you were mean to me at this point and my feelings are hurt. This bitch has been addicted to cocaine, has brought up rehab, and is now trying to share something vulnerable without giving it all, like in a way that's comfortable for her. She's trying to share real things, and you won't listen. And at a certain point, a whole feeling human would stop and say, you know what, let me not center myself in this moment, because they're talking about real trauma from a real place, and I'm talking about trauma from a you hurt my feelings standpoint. Yeah. Or you were mean to me. Not taking the onus off of, I'm not saying bullying is not impactful. I'm not saying that. But in this particular instance, somebody's trying to share some real shit, and you're not even allowing them a safe space to do so.
Because she's so caught up in her own hurt and her own, little 17-year-old girlness. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And to your point, this is not girl behavior, because a woman who's really gone through some shit is going to stop and say, let me listen to this other woman who I claimed I'm having this leveling conversation with. Let me stop and actually listen to them. And you're not doing that.
Mary J. Blige said a real woman wouldn't do this over the phone, and she meant like we gonna interface and we gonna vibe as woman to woman.
But Tyra don't want to vibe.
Because we understand some each other.
She don't want to vibe.
Yeah.
She wants to grieve.
Yeah. Healing is doing some heavy lifting here.
You know what? It's something that I want people to know, that rehabilitation should be taught in schools, because it's something, once you know the tools, you know when you're not happy, when to stop and say, I gotta take time out. When to say, okay, I'm trying to please everybody, and this is not working for me, and not be afraid to say, I don't want to do this anymore, because there's a lot of you get so secure in one thing and you say, okay, if it's over, what do I do? I'm not afraid of anything anymore. I'm willing to just face things.
At one time you were afraid?
Yeah,
what were you afraid
definitely.
of?
I was afraid, when I realized I had to go to rehab, and I was like, okay, I need to take off a month of work. Oh my God, I can't take off a month of work because I'm gonna miss this, and I'm gonna miss this because I got a perfume. I'm like,
what did you think would happen at that time? The fear if you did take off that month. What did you
think
would have
happened? It wasn't a fear that I was gonna. Actually, I don't know. I really don't know.
You think your stock would have gone down if you would have taken off that
stock? It's about emotionally drained, spiritually drained. I would have been no good to myself, not healthy in mind, not healthy in spirit, and not good to anybody.
We'll be right back. Up next, more with Naomi Campbell.
I was really not knowing how to cope with grief.
And how did you deal with it?
I drank, I went out, I just was like, no, I'm fine, don't worry about me, I'm fine.
I know I can hold out long.
Campbell, about the feud that has been going on between us for 14 years. And I feel it's a
feud that you believe that's going on between us. There was no feud on her part.
No.
Do you feel like you've had to put up a lot of defense in this industry to survive in an insane world?
I put up defense because I don't want to show my vulnerability. I put up defense I think people who really know me, Tyra, my really close friends, I have a big heart, I'm very generous, when I'm very loyal. And I'm happier now than I was in my 20s. I'm much happier now.
Why is that?
Because the way I was living my life,
I don't even like her tone.
I was trying to make everybody else happy, but I wasn't happy.
You weren't happy?
No.
So what did you do by not being happy? Because to me,
well, I tried to self-medicate, and I tried to numb my pain. And then, 97 was a really difficult year for me. I lost 6 friends in very strange circumstance, one of them being Versace. And I think that was a year when I started to go down, because I was really not knowing how to cope with grief. I didn't know.
You didn't know. And how did you deal with it? You dealt with it by taking...
I self-medicated myself, I drank. I went out. I just was like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. But each time another drama or another grief or death came into my life, it wasn't enough time to catch up from the last grief. So it was just one big melting ball. It just rolled down.
So when I met you, when I was 17 years old, say until I was a fashion model till about 25 years old, were you self-medicating yourself at all during that time?
I didn't take my first drug until I was 24 years old.
You see, she's not even asking these.
Let's go back to Paris.
She's not.
Were you on drugs when you bullied me?
Like that.
She's looking for
exactly. Yes.
Like, was it drugs? Was it the drugs? No, Tyra. It was you.
It was
and
you.
I wanted her to say in the video, like, it was you. You were the problem. Yes, I bullied you. Why? Because you were fucking annoying. And yes, I did it. Okay, fine. Get over it. You're a big girl now with big
You got
big
2 TV
grown
shows,
bills now.
bitch. You got a model in school.
You're every
woman.
Right now.
It's all in you, bitch. Like
why are you worried and fixated about little old me over here in Kenya?
17 years old, and
you more famous
all these
than me
people
right
are saying
now.
These negative things.
Girl,
Look
go
out,
away.
Naomi! Here comes the new one. Oh, you better get back. Oh, look, she's trying to look just like you. You better get that. How would you handle?
Not now.
If
I had that knowledge of.
If you could do it all over again, how would you
still
handle
working.
I think I wouldn't. I just really simply wouldn't have bought
it.
It
looks more sickening now than she ever did.
Bought into it, and then it would never have escalated. I think when you buy into things, people are malicious. People like negative, like you said and sat here and gone over many times. And I think that only
like
you are the one who
times.
pay attention that makes it escalate. But I didn't realize at that time that's what would happen.
You keep rehashing Paris.
I was like listening because I was not a little older than you, but I was also not in my country. I was also used to, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, to that. I think, it really is buying into it. If I knew then not to buy into it like I know now, it would never have escalated.
And we would never be sitting on this couch right now.
But I am happy to be sitting on this couch right now. So, I'm happy to, how many years did you say, 14 years later, to be sitting here and to wanting to have done this show. And I didn't really tell anybody that I was coming to this show because I didn't want to have to hear what they thought. So I thought I'd come. They don't know I had to go to LA. They don't know what I had to come there for. And they will now. But no, I'm happy that I came.
I'm happy that you came too.
I really am.
I really am too. Are we ready for the audience?
Yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't have done this with the audience here. So when we come back, we're going to have everybody here, the entire audience, and Naomi and I together for the first time in front of an audience in I don't know how long, a long time.
You said 14 years.
14
so
years.
She's 14 years.
Yeah,
14 years.
14 years. All right.
Girl, yeah.
Tyra had to hammer that shit out. Annoying.
This is the most annoying hour of television.
It is.
One of my wishes, one of the biggest wishes that I've ever had has come true. I had a conversation with Naomi Campbell, a long, in-depth conversation, and I got a lot of answers, and it has started my healing from all of the devastating rumors and gossip and rivalry and pain that I have experienced. I've started
worse than that. She's been through worse.
Yeah.
And now the audience is here, right?
She said, bitch, I was in rehab.
I didn't have time to be worried about you, Tyra Banks.
So worried about you,
so now
Tyra
I want
Banks.
all of you and all of
Bankable
you to again welcome Miss Naomi Campbell.
I want to see how her energy is talking to her in front of an audience. I want to see if it changes.
That always kills me when people, it's like, y'all just saw each other, y'all just doing this whole thing. Like when people sing and they at the end they hug and kiss. I always find that so funny.
Who would have ever thought Tyra and Naomi would be on the stage sitting here together?
Tyra and her little ankles.
Who would have ever thought that?
I have something I have to say.
What's that?
I would
I have to say.
pause real quick because
however
I
it
was
affected you,
we were discussing so much, but I was like, something is really bothering. It's that dress. That dress is horrendous.
Yeah, it was like, why is it made of damask? You know, like this is curtain.
I hate it
Like,
so
this is drape.
much. Now,
Like, it's
also,
so heavy.
this was an ugly era in fashion in general across the board. But that
Oh,
dress
4 or
is
5,
like,
absolutely.
yeah, very much so. But that dress is peak ugly. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, and it's like peplum, and you know, it's stuffy. It's made out of things that you.
The top
know,
of it
it's a
is
couch.
looks itchy too. It's like
Have you felt that I've affected you? I take my responsibility. And I was going to say I'm very proud of you for being a powerful black woman sitting here and doing what you're doing. And please continue. Okay, thank you so much.
Naomi, thank you so much for saying that, because I have to admit, before the break, it was a beginning of a healing.
I know.
But I still felt like,
closure.
yeah, I still felt like I don't think she's owning up to anything, or, you know, and by you just saying that one thing, you have no idea what my heart is doing now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, sorry.
Sorry for being
tearing
a
up
bitch
right
to you
now.
15
You're
years
tearing
ago.
up right now. And one of the
I was
things
hungry.
that I didn't know and that you didn't know is that your mom and
I'm
me
so
have the
period.
same exact Why do you think that made you
Your
tear
mom
up
stepped
when
on
you
my
found that out?
foot.
I'm going through a lot with my mother. My mother has breast cancer and also cancer in the arm. And she's right now in America having treatment. So it's been a lot of things. I mean, a lot of having to learn and read and books and doctors. And I'm her only daughter. And she has my brother is 20. And so it's been just how valuable. And my mother's really been the only one there for me. So it's like been very much like learning something new, which is fine. I'm happy to learn. And I know that my mother's, I'm very optimistic, and so is she. And they have incredible doctors in America.
Most definitely.
And that's why I'm happy I got her here. And she's getting the best help, and she's very happy and optimistic. So
when you so the reason why you teared up is because you're going through that with your mother. You say that I look like her mother, which I have to agree. I look like her mom, and we share the same birthday, and we've had a history.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's just a whole bunch of emotions.
a
her
whole
mom
bunch
was
of
very
things,
pretty.
and that just like put the lid on it for me.
Well, my prayers are with and for your mother, and I'm
Thank
sure
you.
my audience and everybody at home too.
Thank you so much.
This is her speedy recovery. I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
Hey, she's a
Oh,
fighter.
you do have
She's a
the
fighter.
ability
Yeah,
to show
she's a
some
fighter.
empathy.
Okay, now one of the things, Naomi, that I was fearful of in the past was this reputation. Oh, Naomi, she's violent. She'll kick your ass. You know, like don't mess with her. And so I never saw that happen. But you hear all these crazy stories.
Oh, I've
and,
had some crazy things happen to me in my life, absolutely. Some that I am not proud of, that if I could turn the clocks back, I would not have made them happen, which they'd never happened, but they happened. And as I said, I'm human, and I make mistakes, and I'm living with them. But I'm aware that they were wrong.
You
I'm
know what
aware
I
that
think
no
about
one should ever
often?
push you to the point.
Like it's up there with like the slap. Like when Keely Williams from 30W threw that box of chicken at Notori and Adrian Ballard.
And Colorist Gate. Because
Yeah.
why would you do that?
Like, why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Like, I think about that often because, like, bitch, with like out the way that KFC, we would have still been in there 20 years later.
Also, the way that we know more than one story about chicken being the catalyst for disrespect.
So many.
I feel like we need to put together a compilation of, because we have Off Rip, 3LW, and Black Ink Crew. There's got to be more stories where chicken is the catalyst. Chicken
Where
is
it's
at
the
the
cause
root.
and not
Yeah.
necessarily the cure.
Yeah, or it's the straw. You know what I'm saying?
Of making you lose control. That is so important because it's all everything you've every self-respect is gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
So what do you do now?
I walk away. I mean, it can be a boyfriend. It can be I have to walk away. I can't relapse on my anger.
Because what happens is you're Naomi
But
Campbell, the
also-
millionaire, and they're like, hit me
also-
right here.
Exactly.
Hit me right here. You know, they'll try to take advantage of that.
But there's been situations where it has come up that, you know, because I have had that past, it's easy for people to say, oh, she did that to me, and it is a payout. And that's the double-sided sword, basically, if that's what happens with that.
Well, you
know,
do have a sense of humor about it.
I got it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I was sent a T-shirt last Fashion Week. Someone sent me a T-shirt saying Naomi hit me, and on the back it said I loved it. And they sent it to me, and I said, well, will you wear it? And I said, of course I'm going to wear it.
Yeah.
But,
You know what's so funny? Miss J, you know,
Alexander?
Miss J.
Yeah.
Alexander actually wore that shirt.
how did he get one?
I don't
Where did
know.
he get it
He
from?
wore it on America's Next Top Model.
Did not.
So I was gonna blur it out. Do you want me to still keep it in the show,
No,
or do you want
keep
me
it
to?
in the show.
Okay, it's in the show.
Let me see if I can find it.
I was gonna blur it out. Let us know that you have
I did that?
production.
I didn't do that.
Thank you.
Right.
All right. Well, I know you have a sense of humor about this whole Violet Naomi thing, and you actually did a very funny commercial spoofing yourself. So
You saw that?
I have it.
Oh my
Check
God.
this out.
Energy's totally different from the start of this.
She still looks sickening.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about our anger. We have a new member.
My name is Naomi.
Okay, Naomi, okay. Vocalize the anger of Naomi. Now sit down in your chair. Sit down, Naomi. Now sit your butt down. Sit your skinny butt down.
I love a queen who can laugh at herself.
Oh my God.
That's genius.
Tell
Yeah.
me about your products. I know you've got.
She
Like
made
5
money
perfumes or
off of
6 perfumes
in your name.
in my name.
Okay, so tell us about them.
And they've never really been in America. They've just been like in Europe and Asia and Middle East. And now the 7th one will be for United States.
Oh, really?
So,
Hold them up. Let's see them. Tell
let's
us what
see.
they are.
This is Sunset. The first one ever was this one, Naomi Campbell. And this is, look, I didn't actually want to take this kind of deal because I didn't want to put my name on a product because the promotion is heavy. And I was like, at first, can you put someone else's name and I'll just do it? Let's call it Sunflower or something. Like, we can't do that. And then we've
Unlike
got a
Tyra
couple
Banks, who
messages.
puts her name on
Names, just in
everything.
case people want to buy them.
This is Mystery, Naomi Campbell
T-Zone.
Sunset. That's just
Okay.
Naomi Campbell, the first one. Then we've got Naomi Campbell Paradise Passion.
Model Land.
And then all of them have like body lotions and
You just don't know how to display it. Explain it all
I do
backwards.
not. Body lotions and
I know you're trying not to be very product placement heavy, but
I'm not good at this at all.
Yeah.
Body lotions
this is how you do it.
and shower gel.
That's crazy.
I know how to do
And I
stuff.
can
You
She
say
got
that
Tyra
I'm
working for her. She got
other people
Tyra
know
merchandising for her
Right?
products.
She's like, I'm not very good at marketing myself. That's more your lane.
Okay. So even though Naomi says that these mostly are sold overseas, if you want to get them, you can go to tyrashow.com and you can find out how you can get all of Naomi Campbell's products. Now, when we come back, I want to talk about something that's very close to my heart and the reason why I did this show in the first place, and it's about sisterhood. This is my crusade for this season, sisterhood. And
Hey, this is
I have
how
a
you
lot
went
to say
about it.
And when we come back, you'll see. We'll be right back.
I've been watching Belle Collective. So,
Been watching
female
what?
empowerment, Belle Collective.
What's that?
Later, it's a showdown on the runway. Naomi and I set the stage for a
It's a Dustin type program on OWN. It follows women, black women in Mississippi.
Ah.
They are all entrepreneurs and businesswomen, and they're trying to form a sisterhood and promote female empowerment and entrepreneurship and things.
Okay.
None of that happens on that show that I'm saying, though. It's
Because,
a lot of
yes,
brunches and arguing. Because
Okay.
it's what Dustin watches. But I
Yeah.
I watched it and I enjoyed it. I always find it interesting, like reality TV shows, like how they'll make the location the most beautiful and glamorous place. Cause they're like, Jackson's on the come up, blah blah blah, and I'm not trying to disparage Jackson or anything, but I'm like,
Listen. So,
they made Jackson, Mississippi, look like the Lower East Side. So I was like, this is crazy.
Okay. Maybe there's things we don't know. We've clearly got to go to Mississippi.
The food looks great in every scene, though, I will say that.
We owe Mississippi
Gotta
a
hit
visit.
to Biloxi.
Biloxi first. We have to. Off GP.
Yeah.
Now, why would Tyra do a walk-off with Naomi?
Naomi became a serious force to be reckoned with, from gracing the covers of the top magazines of the world to being multiple designers' muse. And Naomi didn't stop there. She's lent a hand to such philanthropic efforts as Nelson Mandela's Children Fund.
Great honor to have such an outstanding model.
His other daughter.
Really lovely.
Her and Oprah.
And organized a fashion show for Hurricane Katrina.
That's a hell of a way to be like, my adopted dad is Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela.
It does make a difference.
Yeah.
You know whose adopted dad he's not?
Tyra Banks.
Today is a beautiful day. Today I can rejoice because I have made
got some
peace
shit off
with
my
this woman right
chest.
here. I have made peace with Naomi Campbell. Yeah. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show is because sisterhood is so important to me. I feel like women hate on each other. We're jealous. We fall into prey. We become marionette puppets of what people think women are supposed to be. And it has to stop.
I
I just think that females fight. There's competition everywhere.
There is a dark side to
Stop
sisterhood,
listening to men.
and it involves breaking, not making bonds.
Men
I call
is
it
the
7
forefront at the
deadly
cracks
sins
of sisterhood.
sisterhood.
Yeah.
The first sin, betrayal.
Either directly or indirectly.
Truth.
And I just looked at them. It's hard for me to trust any girl.
Why?
Not because I lost my boyfriend, but because
Not your man.
I lost my best friend.
The second sin, manipulation.
The whole time that the wife is having concerns that the husband's cheating, her friend is sitting there going,
can't spell
no, you're just
manipulation without
overreacting.
what?
He's talking about he loves you. He's always talking about you. But she knows darn well she's sleeping with him.
Number 3, judgment.
I look at everything when a girl walks in. I don't say she's pretty. I just pick what I don't like about her.
The fourth sin,
Just like Shallow Hal.
envy.
Seeing that I had this very close relationship with her sister, it made her very envious of me. The envy just turned
Envy,
into
the root of
bullying
masculinity.
me.
Number 5, gossip.
I confided her and told her about a guy that I was
Guy.
dealing with, and how he performed in the bed, and it got around. I feel emotionally raped.
Number 6, competition.
I literally hear my teammates
Also a
say,
pillar
I hope she
of
misses a shot. I'd
masculinity.
rather lose the game than for her to win it.
And when all of these sins get out of
Yes, look
control,
at us being Belle
we have the
Hook.
last
Yes.
of our deadly sins of sisterhood.
This is all for the male gaze, and that's why sisterhood is an issue for y'all, because you all operate in the male paradigm.
Yes. Through the male gaze lens.
To the point of tears.
Talking about these issues can turn
But if we put
resentment into
love at the
resolution.
root.
That's why I'm calling all women to action.
Stop being friends with white women. You'll be all right.
That was my name.
I can sit here
After you
and
said
after
men.
14
That's
years
actually
going
what I was
through
thinking
a
before
living
you
hell,
said men. I was like,
you
white
know,
women?
I feel like if I can do it, you can do it. And this is my
All
call to
one and the
action
same.
for women to support each
Because
other.
they are manipulated by
to
who?
Stop the competition, to stop the... You know when a woman walks in a room and you're like, oh, she thinks she's all that. You know,
No.
you know
I've
what
never
I'm
had
talking
that
about?
issue.
Literally
and a lot of
never.
the times what we're really saying is, oh my gosh, she looks fantastic, or she's so smart, or whatever it may be.
Or you could be feeling very insecure
Yes.
about yourself.
Feeling insecure about yourself and tearing others down. And this is my call to action to get that to stop. And I'm creating a sisterhood
tear people
initiative,
down
a
based off their
crusade
political views,
for us
not
to
anything
be
else.
one and to stop
Tyra tears them
the
down and widens their
hate.
gaps.
Makes them bald too.
So here's what I need you to do. We've all heard the 7 deadly sins of sisterhood,
swaps
and
their
now I want to
races.
hear from you. And I want to hear from you how these things have affected your life.
Allows them to get
So
yelled at
first,
by
go to
Janice Dixon.
tyrashow.com and find our new sisterhood page. And then I want you to email me your stories or video or your personal diary pages or
Who is
photos
actively
of
high
examples
whilst
of how we
critiquing.
as women are not united. And I want to
What
hear
are
your
you?
stories, and I want to hear
Yeah.
the truth, okay? The pain that you've gone through, maybe the pain that you've caused. We're going to feature your stories right here on our show, and I'm going to challenge all of you to take on those 7
I was a
deadly
hater-ass
sins,
bitch
and
through all
together
high
we can
school.
change these negative relationships, you guys, into positive sisterhoods.
I can't wait to hear your stories.
She wants to hear about all the Naomis of the world.
So we're not going to stop the hate just yet, because when we come back, Naomi Campbell and I are going to be working the runway, but it's a dueling competition.
Now, didn't you just...
Where's the competition? Naomi and I are against each other on the
Wouldn't this whole thing... Wouldn't y'all walk down the runway hand in hand like a yellow brick road? Wouldn't you ease on down if that's the theme of this?
A Mary video.
Home for sharing this moment with Naomi and I. It was very emotional for me, and it was a cleansing
Saw them also
and
on the Parkers.
therapeutic session
That's
that
crazy
we had
that
with each
Nene
other,
dresses
and
like Naomi Campbell now.
closure. So thanks
Like
for hanging
this,
out with me.
like Nene
This is a Nene
has
fit.
And I want to thank you being brave and coming here. And I don't know if I'll feel it's real until tomorrow, you know, but thank you so much.
If you don't, I'll give you my number. You can call me.
I can call you? Oh, Lord.
I'll give you my number.
Okay. Well, now it is time to do our dueling runway. Okay? Forget this. I don't know if I can do it. You can do it. You can do it. But okay, guys, there's a twist. The twist is I have to work the runway like Naomi walks. And
I can't do the way you walk. You're outlaw, mud show ass walk.
Here we go. I'm going to try to do
Naomi's going to put her hands on her head and bounce.
What do I do?
Ooh, that is not a
That's
Naomi
a Tyra
Campbell
walk.
That's a Tyra walk. That's a Tyra walk with...
Put her back. Give me a little bounce now. Look, I did it. I was like, that was a Tyra walk. Those were 2 Tyra walks, which is on brand for this entire episode. Yeah, I never actually watched that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you were able to partake in some Negro history, pop culture history, all that jazz.
Yes.
But until next time, friends. Bye.